recording, got it all going, showed me it was recording, got done, and it said end recording, and I did. We never found it, but apparently nobody really cared because nobody asked. I know. So it's in La La Land, but we're going to try this again. Okay, this is so fun. Hi, Emily. I love our Sundays. Okay, tell me about the week. How did it go? Actually, I heard from a few of you on your PRV, what you think, not your PRV, sorry, what you think would be a big stretch goal for you to have as a commission check between now and December. So I heard from 4 of you. So it's not too late. If you haven't done that, you'll want to, because then I ask you some questions, and then I walk you through a little strategy. And I know a couple of you I still need to just get caught up on, but I will, because you made the effort. I'm going to make the effort. So that was one of the challenges for us last week, is to say, hey, stretch yourself a little bit, dream a little bit. What would be a great stretchy goal? Not what you know you're going to earn, or not what you have earned, or what if I do what I have already on my books gonna earn. No, a little stretch goal. What is that commission gonna look like? So if you haven't done that, shoot that just to PM me, and then we'll I'll ask you a few little deeper questions or thoughts. Okay. All right. Okay. Who would like to go first? Did any of you get a chance to fill out your branding sheet? Who filled it out? Oh. Empty. Nice, Bonnie. Well, thanks for your honesty.
No.
Anyone else?
No.
Why not? It's not that fun? Does it feel like it's busy work?
No. I printed it on Friday, and then I had an event with my boss yesterday, and then I had to go dress shopping with my daughter-in-law today. And I know those are excuses, but my boss pays my bills.
Well, and life happens, right?
And my daughter-in-law and I went dress shopping today because we're doing an event in January, and we have to wear formal gowns.
Fun.
Well, I haven't bought a formal gown in a long time, so it's been interesting, considering we're both 5'0".
So you're really buying somebody else's summer dress, but it's floor length for you?
Pretty much. And then we're both really fussy, so yeah. But we spent 8.5 hours shopping today and found nothing.
Oh, that's a good start. At least you know what you don't want.
But I'm going to do my branding tomorrow.
Oh, good. So then we'd love to hear just whatever your thoughts were on it. Did anybody have a chance to, let me put everyone on the screen at once. There we go. Did anyone have a chance to even fill out part of it, or answer one of the questions, or glance at it so you can at least get the big picture of why you'd want to do something like this?
I glanced at it.
No. I watched the video.
What was the video?
The one from the week before that I missed.
Oh, from Macau?
Yeah. Yeah. Ouch.
So was it the one that we talked about branding?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good start. That's awesome. Tina, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling
I'm
good.
here.
Thank you, Debbie. Tina, are you feeling better? Is your back better?
I'm still a little sore, but I'm here. My back is feeling better, but I'm still on the crutches with my foot.
Oh no, that's the best. Do you guys get snow?
No, we're in Florida.
Oh, that's too bad.
No, that's not too bad. I'm perfectly fine with no snow.
Oh, we get white Christmases. I'm excited. We've been in Cascade the last couple of weekends, and we're going to go back up again tomorrow, but we've only had little smidgens of snow. But I don't know, last week you saw probably that Zippy totally cornered a skunk. Got it good. So good. And all I could think about was, at what point, because, afterwards I thought, what, really? Does any of you know what the point or purpose of a skunk on Earth is? I
Not
researched
a
it
clue.
because really I went, I don't understand what their value is. They do nothing for us. So then I got to thinking, really? Why? Does one animal in the whole world eat a freaking skunk? Ew. So I looked it up to see if they had a purpose. And guess what? There's one predator, and that's an owl. An owl has no sense of smell. That's why.
But what do they prey on?
Insects, bugs, rodents.
So maybe they get rid of some nasty rodents.
Yeah, whatever. They still serve no purpose in my life. And I also learned, thank goodness, they only have a 3 to 5 year lifespan no matter what. I know, huh? See, so I learned a lot from it. But then it made me think of my business. Whenever you get burned, or you're just going, oh my gosh, what did I just do? You know, when you just have that feeling of something that just went totally astray. Prime example, one of our lovely new team members, she, oh my golly, busted a gut. Oh my gosh, bless her heart. Hand delivered over 200, 150 flyers, I can't remember. Hand delivered over 100 flyers in the neighborhood, open house, come get some Scentsy, blah, blah. Facebook event, she did a neighborhood advertisement event, and she had one college student swing by for a light bulb.
Oh.
I know. Oh, but haven't we all been there?
Yep.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
So what would you tell them?
Don't give up. Try something else.
What, like give up Scentsy? Try something else?
No. Don't give up trying to get people to come. You need to talk to people face to face. The passive way of walking around the neighborhood doesn't work very well. You
All
need
right.
to personal
There's no
contact
such
and
thing as a
invite
bad
people.
event.
Yeah. What'd you say, Lori?
There's no such thing as a bad event.
Why would you say that?
Well, because she had one college student come by and swing by and pick up a bulb, which means that somewhere along the line he has a warmer somewhere, which means that either his mom bought it for him, or his granny bought it for him, or his auntie bought it for him, or something, which means he can tell them that, oh, Mary Beth down the street sells Scentsy. I had to swing by and pick up a bulb. Next thing you know, Nanny's getting a bulb. Or Nanny's buying wax. There's no such thing as a bad event. Not in my eyes.
Oh.
I've done events where I've sold 6 bars. Barely paid my vendor fee. But you know what? I met a lady there. I made a connection with her, and next thing I knew, she did a Facebook party. And then her friend did a Facebook party. And then her friend did a Facebook party. And then her other friend did a home party. And then, I sold 6 bars at that event.
We absolutely never know. And the beautiful thing is that she got her name out there. So
Exactly.
when they're ready to buy, they will. So what is really important that made me think of our fun call this week is it's all about how you brand yourself too. So whether or not she had somebody show up, the branding that she did was still powerful, don't you think? If she made it sticky enough, if she made her presence, kind of like you said, Debbie, if she got to shake hands with and literally got to meet some of the people that she did the hand deliveries with, that goes way further than just a flyer on a door or a post out there on Facebook or an event set, right? So that's when I started thinking of this fun personal brand. If you really take the time to go through it, then all of a sudden you start feeling your intrinsic motivation. And like all of you here, I saw you nodding, whether you spoke up just now. It's kind of funny how we can say that, you know what, don't give up, keep trying. There's no such thing as a bad event. You know what, you got your name out. You know, you naturally are going to do that because you believe in the product. You believe in the company. You believe in what this whole opportunity is. So why is it when we have that same kind of type event or happenstance occur in our life that we tend to go, oh, I don't know. Is it worth it? Oh my gosh, why am I such a failure? Or you know what I'm saying? Why is it that we tend to take that that little stinking thinking route and go to kind of a fixed mindset. What do you think is the difference when we have somebody in our world do it and we can go, yeah, oh my gosh, okay, yeah. Yet when it's similar situations to us, what happens?
It's easier.
What's easier, Em?
It's easier to be negative and to point out the bad stuff, and you just need to stay optimistic.
Exactly. What else? Yeah.
Well, sometimes you're going to turn it into an opportunity to figure out, to soul search and figure out what you could have done better. But that can also easily turn into a negative, like, oh, I really screwed that up kind of a thing too.
Well, aren't pity parties the easiest thing for us to attend?
Oh, they're easier to go to than Scentsy parties.
Oh, sure. There's so many of them too, huh? They're always right around the corner. And that's what I'm saying. Part of our knowing our growth mindset and our fixed mindset and your branding. I liked going through the branding, and honestly, I looked up to the sky when we first had it in accelerated leadership, because I went, oh my gosh, another little thing. Okay, yay. We had a longer period to do everything. As far as like months down the road, we're just doing 90 days with the flip-flop program. But at the same time, I just found it really valuable because it's helped me with my mindset when I know what I'm about and what I'm representing and what I really want to offer my customers. Then I don't get as attached to the outcome. And so it was perfect timing for me to talk with our new team member, because I got to talk to her about branding and what is it that she loves about Scentsy, and when people leave her house, what do you want them to be feeling about you? Or what kind of things after you leave some kind of hosted activity do you really hope that they have in their mind and in their heart when they think of you or when they see your name? Were they going to remember your name? And if so, how? So if you haven't had a chance to do the branding sheet, you'll want to, just because it does kind of give you a little bit of soul searching. Okay? And then, yeah, just to go back to what Emily said, the easiest thing really is to kind of go to that negative route. But here's the beautiful thing is all of us on here, we have each other. Every single one of us has to have at least one, and you need to. Don't ever take that for granted. You need to be studying. You need at least one person that you can have those conversations with. That's what I love. I speak to my new team members every 48 hours-ish. And the reason I do that is because I want to know their pulse, because I've been in their shoes. I've felt their excitement. I felt their pain. And I just always want them to know, just like you guys said, hey, we're never in this by ourselves. And so what would we all say? And so that is the cheerleading and all of that. That is one of the main great tools that you can have and offer as a leader. Okay, how about mindset quiz? How'd that go? Anyone do that? Did you understand it? Because I know Ken and I confused you. Part of it was I had too many charts in front of me. And then part of it was I looked at my results, and then Ken and I went through and did it again. And then we realized, oh yeah, just put a check mark. So has any of you done that yet?
No, I put numbers.
Okay, that's okay. So go back. Sorry. I love our small group chats. They're so beneficial. When you strongly agree, or if you just somewhat agree, or if you strongly disagree, or you just disagree, you're just going to put a check mark in that one single box. And then on Wednesday Zoom, we're going to tell you how to score them. Any questions about that? Anybody?
Do you have whiteout?
It's just easier. Just print a new copy. Start over.
Now that you do it.
Hey, look how many double whammies now you've had. You get to reread it all over again, Lori. You're welcome. No one's had a chance to tackle that bad boy yet? Make sure you dive into it before Wednesday, because it's one of those moments. We did this at Superstar Director Summit, and it was an epiphany. I loved it. Bonnie, I know you're going to get a kick out of it because it's right up your wheelhouse, where you can just do that soul-searching reflection, and because when you have a positive nature by nature, I guess, positive attitude by nature. It was kind of neat to walk through and think about each one of those questions and how do you initially, what does your gut tell you about that? So try to do those, and then okay, all right, we'll just chat about those next Sunday. Speaking of next Sunday, huge announcement. So excited. Next Sunday. You don't want to miss. November 5th.
Who's making the announcement? You?
Or
Scentsy?
Oh, yeah, no, it's all about us. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Although I could make it more fun and get something more exciting to do the announcement. But no, it's just exclusive for our group.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't be braggadocious on the beach page. Neener. But I'm just saying, you'll want to catch next Sunday for sure, because I know I'm stoked about it. And if any of you know my boyfriend, he doesn't have that fun quotient stokeness like I do. And he seems to be pretty pumped about this. So just saying, gonna be worth it. Okay, now this is your time.
Paris for Christmas.
What?
You're taking us all to Paris for Christmas.
So close. Really, really close. But no.
Okay.
Okay, so talk to me. How's your goals going? A couple more days in the month. What are you feeling? How's the life preserver action feeling for you? Oh. Lindsay, what are your thoughts?
Oh, well, I feel like I'm running a little short, but I so wanted to double promote this month. I so badly wanted it, and I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, so tell us who work from.
But I will promote. I was so badly wanting it. I had 2 parties, one Friday, one Saturday, that both canceled on me. In fact, Saturday just wouldn't even contact me back. That was really hard. But yeah, I'm a little under the 1,200. I think I made it to 1,000 at least.
Yay! Well, what the heck? You still have 3 days, 2 days, 2 days.
That's very true. That's what I said. There's still 2 more days and tonight that I could just go begging.
Well, no, you have a basket set?
A basket?
A basket party or a bag of scents?
Yeah, I have one out. I think I have another one around here.
I don't know if any of you guys saw, but this was crazy surprising to me. And I know we're under the gun. You have 2 days, and I'm not. I think I mentioned this before. I'm not crazy about, hey, everybody, my director's challenged me. I need this. It's your business. Make it about you. And I'm not big on people saying, hey, I need your help. I have a goal. Does anyone need anything? But I am big on making it about them, because it's how I visualized how I would want to be approached. If I know one of my friends' kids has a big fundraiser and they're super close to their goal, it's no different. But what I would do is just say, hey, Lindsay, guess what? I have the best deal for you. I'm going to give you this, or this for this price. Or how about you, if you have any Scentsy that you need refilled, I would love to get it for you. I'll deliver it to you, and you will have no shipping. Plus, whatever I'll give you some free samples. Or it doesn't have to be a bank breaker. Right. But it's about them. And you can even say, I'm so close to the goal. And so I was thinking of all the people I know have ordered from me, or I was thinking all these people in the world that I know love Scentsy. So I thought of you. And if not, gosh, if there's someone that you could think of in the next day or two, give me a shout out. I'll take care of them too with no shipping. No shipping it goes a little bit further than we tend to give it credit for this day and age. And so that's why if you're going to promise some free shipping, are you going to pay that shipping? Mm-mm. And if you're like me, you're going to bust a gut to get your 200, right?
Yep.
And that's all you're away. You're one basket share, one little party, one, a diffuser and a few oils away, kind of, if that makes sense. So tell all of us, what does that mean, your double promotion?
Well, I have a gal that wants to join, but she just doesn't have the $99 right now, but she'll have it second week in November. So if I got her on board, I would have hit it, but I didn't. So it's
What's your promotion? From what to what?
Oh, well, I'm going to go to lead and then to superstar, I think is what it's called. Star. I don't have my cheat sheet.
You had a chance of going from certified to star, and no matter what, you already hit lead?
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, we gotta come up with a stretchy pants cheer. Whoa, whoa. That's me stretching my waistband. Lindsay, you've got to be proud of that. That's so great.
I am. I'm so proud. And all of my bubble around me, everybody's so happy for me. And it just feels good to have that support.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hooray. Okay, I love hearing that. How about you, Emily? Where are you feeling? How are you feeling about the whole first month already of the flip-flop program, where you stand, where your goals are, how you're sitting with your life preservers?
It was crazy. This month was going to be my life preserver because I had a lot going on. But honestly, I didn't do hardly anything, and it just fell into my lap. I hit 2,000 PRV this month, and I already have someone joined. It was absolutely crazy. It was like all the work I did in August and September really paid off this month, and it flowed in really easily. So I don't know. I got lucky.
I love it. Doesn't that make you laugh, Bonnie? It's so precious. I love how you just said, I don't know what happened. I just got lucky. I didn't do anything, but I hit my numbers.
Well, I did all the work in September and in August, and I was just texting and calling and Facebooking. I was just going crazy. I was like, nothing's coming through for me. And then this month, it all just hit. And it
never comes when we want it, right?
Yeah. And so I had an event and a party back to back, and it was amazing. It really worked for me. And so this is going to be my biggest month that I've had so far. And I joined in February, but still.
Oh my gosh, that just warms the cockles on my heart.
Yeah.
Because of what you did in August, it pays off a month or two down the road. We have to remember that, because sometimes it doesn't happen when we want it to. Yeah. And I love how you said I just got lucky, because you know what's crazy about this business? Well, any business, the harder we work, the luckier we get, right? I know. So how great. So Emily, I don't know. Oh yeah, you just heard it. I would love for you, oh my gosh, your prime example. I would love for you to PM me, not what you're getting this month, because you already hit it. Okay, so now that you have outdone yourself with your own projection, right? Is it fair to say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't plan on anything this month.
So in November, how are you going to top that? What will your commission be? PM me that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll walk you back and forth with some fun little questions and inquiries. Okay? Fun.
Can I interject? Both of these ladies, Lindsay and Emily, have full-time jobs and families, and they both busted their bunsies to get booth time at our fair, and it just pays off. As all of us know now, and Lindsay and Emily included, that hard work does pay off, and giving that commitment and that time does pay off. Might not be that day, might not be the next day, but it comes down the road, and it comes at a time when you're sometimes least expecting it, which makes it pretty darn great.
Yes, love that. Such a good point, Bonnie. Yeah, because it's so you guys are making so many, all of you. Lori, you are, oh my gosh, Tina, you are, Debbie, you are. There's so many, if we were to stop and think about all the sacrifices that we're making because of something that we want or enjoy, it's crazy, because sometimes we don't think we deserve it because, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Or we have that feeling of guilt when we've given something up, or we haven't got caught up or done what we, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah, it absolutely comes to fruition. And that's why they say consistency, 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 consistency is the most powerful tool we can possibly have. So I love hearing that, Emily. And Lindsay, you have rank advanced because of your consistency. You've been that steady Eddie. You've never thrown in the towel when you ran into a wall. You guys, that's what I know. Our Make a Splash group are one of the top performers, if I just say so myself. Because when you run into a wall, you don't go, uh-oh, look at that wall and go, uh-oh, I'm never going to go. I'm never going to make it. No, you guys are thinking, how am I going to get over that or around it? Because that's going to be
We're looking for a ladder.
It's not a block. You're going to go around it or over it. That's so beautiful. Love, love, love. Tina, how about you? Or did I interrupted you.
I'm here.
Hi. Tina,
Hi.
tell us how are you feeling about the flip-flop group or your life preservers, just the whole big picture?
Oh, well, I feel like the last couple of weeks have been a little bit rough on me. And I feel a life preserver coming, but I'm not giving up yet. I'm kind of in the same boat as I think it was Lindsay, right around the $1,000 mark. We had 2 events me and Stephanie did the last 2 days. So on crutches, I dragged myself to both events, and they were okay. We got a lot of leads, and I reached out to all of mine, and it didn't work out as much as I was hoping it would. But I had a lady a couple weeks ago that used to do Scentsy, and she reached out to Scentsy, and I guess she's not eligible to join till December 1st, so that didn't work. I had another lady who was all gung-ho about joining, and then, I reached out to her a couple days in a row, and she's just like, I'm going to join, but I just don't know yet. And so it's just been kind of like, I'm hitting the wall and trying to keep walking around it, but it's just been a tough couple weeks.
You could be like Emily and just go, you know what? I have this to do and this to do, and I am so busy. Then all of a sudden, oh, whoa, look what just fell in my lap.
Yeah.
Maybe that's next month.
I'm hoping so.
It doesn't mean you're going to quit now. It doesn't mean you throw in the towel and you just bonk your head against the wall. You're still looking for a way to go around it or through it. Because on the other side of that wall, you guys, is your beach. On the other side of the wall is your vision of what you knew was possible when you first started your Scentsy business. On the other side of that wall is honestly what you think really was the impossible, but you're going to find out that it is so possible because you made it happen. You were the one who were consistent and persevered because it meant that much to you. If you don't really want what's on the other side of the wall, then you're just going to hang out on that side of the wall, hang out with, a lot of other people and just kind of have your own super fun pity party. Woo woo! But it's such a more fun, exciting party on the other side of the wall. I promise you. You get to do so many more things. It's much more rewarding. How about you, Lori?
I'm going to hit my PRV goal, not a problem there. The recruiting thing, yeah, I've had 2 ladies who used to sell. One is going through some stuff right now. She said it's not a good time, maybe after the first of the year. Okay. The other one has reached out to me a couple times. I said, all you need to do is write 2 accounts. I've even given her the email address. And she said, I don't know whether she's emailed them or not yet. I've been, running around like a crazy lady the last week. So, and plus I have an event with Tina next Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that too. But my PRV, not a problem. I hand out I carry in my purse my join brochure, my holiday brochure, product information sheet, a go brochure, business card, and a sample. And I have 5 of them in my purse that I carry with me all the time. On the one side of my purse, I have my button that says "Dream Job Available." So, when I go to the grocery store, I lay my purse down and take my money out, and that is right there all the time. And I get a lot of inquiries, but I've been throwing my line out. I ain't getting in no bites.
How are you keeping track? Like the gal that you said probably will be more interested to come back in January or at the beginning of the year. How do you keep track of these people?
Oh, she's my friend on Facebook, and we communicate quite often. And she's in my VIP group, and she reacts and comments and whatnot. And I just keep giving a little nudge, you could be having this much fun too, girl. You could be having this much fun too. But
so when you run into it, these events that you guys have been doing, when you run into 17 or 18 more of people like that, how are you going to know to reach out to them and do that little nudge?
I use my drawing slips, number one. And even if they don't enter my drawing, if I'm having a conversation with them, I always give everybody a card with a sample. And I do my best to get their name and their phone number. And I try to write down little bits about them, like if she was wearing a red shirt, or if she had on orange tennis shoes or whatever. Or if it was something that she had liked at the table. That she was eyeing my toaster warmer, or she was eyeing the diffuser or something like that. And then I will reach out to them in that regard and say, I saw how much you really enjoyed looking at the diffuser and the fragrance that I had in it. What do you think about maybe getting one?
Nice.
And it leads to okay, well, how can I get one? And that's when I tell them, well, we can I can come to your house and bring it to you. And then you can have your friends come over and they can see it and they can get it for you. Because that's just how I am. You have your friends come over and they can get it for you. And she'll be, well, how does that happen? I'm like, party with me and get Scentsy for free. And that's on the back of my business cards.
Okay, that's so perfect. So, yeah. And that made me think, Lori, because this week, how on the Zoom we talked about our beliefs affecting our actions, affecting our results. So let's hold up your fingers, 1 through 5, 5 being highest, 1 is not so much. On a scale of 1 to 5, how many of you believe that the Scentsy opportunity is probably the best opportunity anyone could do right now for any kind of income before Christmas?
Direct marketing?
Scentsy. Yeah, they could be a Scentsy consultant.
Versus something that they train for in college?
Means you don't really think that it is the best thing that they could do right now between now and Christmas for income. 5 means yes, absolutely. Scentsy could be the best source of income for you right now between now and Christmas.
Not hitting lottery.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't see it. I can't see Tina or M. No pressure. There's no wrong answer. It's all about our beliefs, right? And it doesn't, and even if you put up a 2, then that really is where you are right now. And that is a beautiful thing. And if you put up a 5, it's a beautiful thing. And we said, when we talk about how we believe in what we believe in, or what we believe in, that is going to determine our actions. And then our actions become so much more natural. Because I can tell, Lori, you have a great natural conversation about the product and offering it to them and all of that. And I also know that when I first started Scentsy, and Debbie and Bonnie, you can attest to this, because I'm sure you've been through it, how we went through that stage where we didn't necessarily, I know I didn't want to gift my party to some people because, that was my PRV. I did the work. I saw it right then. It was a little reservation until I really appreciated how valuable it was to set my new team member up for the most powerful success. And in the long run, I set her up for success. She's going to be way more prolific in her Scentsy career. That's going to make me feel better. And in the long run, in a roundabout way, you end up getting more income from that. But I didn't believe that because I had experience it. I hadn't gone through all of the different trials and errors and me going through the results and lack of results. Does that make sense a little bit? So if you're not at a 4 or a 5, then all that means is for you just to review why you do it. And it's not a bad thing, because the more you start believing what it is you're trying to find on the other side of that wall, to go back to that analogy, then the way more natural it'll be about sharing, as if it were a movie. When's the last time you guys been to a movie? Who's seen a movie in the last month? Anybody been to a theater and seen a movie in the last month? Oh, not a movie. I'll just say this. I haven't been to a movie in long time. I don't know. Suits. Have you heard me talk about the Amazon series Suits?
Yes.
OMG. See, that's what I'm saying. I have zero attachment, whether you agree with me or not, because I love it so much, and I know you're going to love it because it challenges you. It's dry humor. It's great acting. Oh, my gosh. And I promise you, if one of you just said just now, oh, yeah, I watched Suits and I didn't care for it, I'm not going to go, oh my gosh, why? I'm sorry, beat myself up because I thought so. No, I'm not attached to the outcome. Same thing with a restaurant. Same thing with anything that comes up in our life. Eventually, I promise you're gonna get to where a lot of us are, that there is not a better opportunity out there than the Scentsy business for people who absolutely love candles. And all you have to do is make sure they love the product, they love the company. If they love the product and they love our company, then there is nothing standing in their way but them. So you're gonna get to that point, but you get to be the one that educates yourself somehow, some way, and you hang around people that have that feeling. You guys, Emily and Lindsay, you have Bonnie, she's bitten. That's so fun. Tina and Lori, you have me, and I'm bitten, and that is so fun. Yeah, Debbie, you have Bonnie and me. So that's what I'm saying. We all have somebody. You're going to find these people on the beach that you can just start telling from their writings, right? How they talk, how they write, how they do their shout outs, that they're going to be just like you. So
and you meant to say that
like
you had Bonnie and me.
Say that again?
And you meant to say that you have Bonnie and me, and we are so much fun.
I have all of you. I love my Sunday nights. Yeah, no, I'm the lucky one because we get corrupted by all of you. Okay, so speaking of that, Debbie, where are you?
Well, I have a lady that went inactive, and she's supposed to be rejoining, and when she does, she's really close to becoming certified. And I keep calling and texting and checking in, and nothing. So, yeah, she's got some family health issues, but other than that, my PRV is going to be a piece of cake. I had a party this weekend, or Thursday night, and I'm going to close the party tomorrow. And when I talk to the host, I'm going to ask her about the possibility of joining, because she used to sell Party Light.
Oh, do you guys all know what Party Light is? Emily, do you know Party Light? Oh, okay. You do, Tina? Debbie, tell us what Party Light is.
So it was a party company, and they sold candles, and they were, like really nice high-end decorator candles
with wick.
With a wick and flame and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so I'm going to talk to her tomorrow when I call to close out the party. I'm just going to say, I have this great idea, and I'll be happy to flip it back to her. But then I'm going to be missing a whole bunch of PRV. But that's okay.
So did Party Light go out of business?
Yeah, I think they did quite a while ago. A lot of the direct sales companies like that have gone out of business.
No, there's still Party Light here.
What's that?
There's still Party Light girls here.
Are there? Oh.
See, what a great little market.
Well, one of my guys, Richard, my son, who is also on my team, is going to be doing an event on December the 5th, because it's a Tuesday and I can't. So I said to him, this is going to be the perfect opportunity for you to get out there and do your thing. So, and when I couldn't make, I had to reach out to him to see if he was available to do it that day. But the coordinator, she messaged me and she said, well, if you can't do it, I'm going to get in touch with my party light girl. I'm like, oh, no, you're not. I said, I will get one of my team members to do this event because you will have Scentsy at your event, not party light. There are no flames in our world.
But it's a good point, though, right? Bonnie, Debbie, you brought up a great market for, you know, if party light's no longer in your area, or heck, there's been a ton of party light consultants that have dropped out. And, you know, for obvious reasons to them, we don't necessarily need to know why, because ours, it's not like we're trying to slam their product or their company. We don't need to. We have Scentsy. We have the safety factor. So that's a great market. And, you know, just yesterday, one of our new team members' friend is doTERRA, and she even said, oh my gosh, the doTERRA diffusers are the worst. So I'm definitely going to have to get a Scentsy one. So we had a conversation with her about starting her Scentsy business with our new team member, because she would market her oils so much better as a Scentsy consultant selling the diffusers with her oils. And you know what's going to probably happen? What do you think is probably going to happen in the long run if this gal joins to sell her diffusers?
She's going to drop doTERRA.
She'll be Scentsy full.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, and it's happened time and time again. It's kind of like the people that say they join just, you know, I just want to join just to feed my own habit. You know, I'm not going to sponsor anyone. I'm not going to do parties. I'm not going to do any of that. That was me when I started. I wanted to make a car payment, but I sure as heck was not going to do a home party. I had no idea what they always said recruiting. I don't have time for that. I'm not in the military. You know, that's how I thought of it. And then you just never know. So, Debbie, when you said, I wanted to ask you, Lindsay and Tina, what was your thought when you heard Debbie say, well, my PRV is a piece of cake? I've been talking to somebody about, you know, joining. So what is your thought when you hear another consultant, it's not a Debbie thing, when you hear us say, oh, that was a piece of cake. So my other challenge, what are your thoughts?
I just look at it as goals.
How?
Because I watch you guys all post these big PRVs every month and know that I can do that. And, you know, I have exceeded every month well over what I thought I was going to. This month is going to be my lowest month if I don't get anything the next 2 days. But that just gives me the push and the initiative to do better next month. And hopefully I don't fall and hurt anything that puts me out for a couple days. So.
No, you're not gonna.
So that, you know, I just look at it as goals and just motivation to work harder next month.
I love that. How about you, Lindsay? What did you catch it when she said that?
Yeah, exactly. It is the motivation to see, you know, and you're going to go, oh, come on, Debbie. Where's mine? But, you know, it is that it can happen and it will happen. And, you know, it's awesome to hear that, you know, there's been so many people that have been doing this for so long, like yourself, and, you know, going anywhere. So what does that tell us? You know, it tells us that this is a good company. This is a company that takes care of their people.
I love that takeaway.
This is your best month, isn't it, Lindsay, ever?
Ever, yeah. And I just calculated, I'm 1146. I am really close.
You are not using a life preserver for that, baby. No way.
I gotta just go hit the streets a little bit. I know some.
That is, oh my gosh, that's only 2 6-packs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, if you want it, I'm just saying. Oh my, but I love hearing
It's there.
you. Debbie, do you hear how motivating you are? They both said it's inspiring. We take that for granted no matter where we are and what stage we're in. You always are going to be looked up to by somebody when you just share a little bit about what you're doing. And that's all you said. That simple comment was, well, my PRV is a piece of cake. You know how many people would die to say that? You know how hard it was for us to get to that stage to say, I remember Kim Buchanan, she was at the time a fastest achieving director ever in Scentsy history. She hit director in 2 months and she was petrified. Oh my golly. She would bring it up almost every conversation. Well, I don't have a problem sponsoring, but I'm not going to be able to do that $500. That $500 every month, I just don't know. I'm not going to be able to do that. Well, I got my 3 or 4 new team members this month, but there's no way that 500, that's going to kill me. I don't know if I'm able to do it, Dee. And then the next month, I barely made my 500. It's so hard. You know why? Because I just want to sponsor everyone, and that's the selling is up. And now it's one of those things that it really becomes part of your lifestyle, doesn't it? Because you start sharing it just like you share your movies or your restaurants, your favorite places, etc. So keep that in mind. When you are consistent, you're gonna get there with it. And the more you surround yourself with people like this that are so matter of fact about it, one day it's gonna be matter of fact about it. Because just the fact that you get on these Sunday calls and you make this happen and you sacrifice your family time and a little bit of free time, I'm telling you, that's part of your lifestyle right now. And there's so many that obviously don't make that happen. And I don't know about you. I don't care what level you are. I get something every single time I listen to a training or get together with a team or a group like this, because we all have something to offer. And the more you share it, then the more it's going to become natural and part of what you do more often. So I love that. Okay, Bonnie. Sure,
Yeah.
What are you feeling about the flip-flop groups, the life preservers, and all of that?
I'm going to go off on a tangent. Can I?
Weird.
Can you guys
That's
handle
what we
it?
love about you. Go, girl.
You know how we're supposed to share? Well, I'm going to share with you that I picked up an event that I planned for this week for 3 days. And I got all of my things ready. And Debbie, you'd be so proud of me. I loaded my car and headed to the event. It was supposed to be open about...
Was it a 3-day event or you planned for it for 3 days?
I had planned for it well in advance, but I mean, I physically worked on labeling and organizing and inventory and all of that for 3 days. Loaded my car, Emily, I kept the skeleton in my car, but anyway, I worked around it and my car was loaded. I drove into, it was a small church bazaar that I managed to get into. And I pulled in, there are 3 cars there, counting mine. And you know what one of the other cars had on its window? Scentsy, independent consultant. And I thought right then and there, oh my gosh, I did not ask this organizer if they had another Scentsy consultant there. My fault. So I walk in, I finally find the place, and the lady says to me, oh, hi, are you Bonnie? And she says, there's your, see this very young girl standing, talking to the organizer, and her Scentsy table was all set up. She had minimal amount of product there. I had maximal amount in my car that my car could possibly hold. And the organizer said, there's your table over there. You can set up. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm not sure there should be 2 of us here. And I asked the other consultant, I said, when did you sign up for this? And she said, I signed up early summer. She said, I contacted 200 people and I'm so excited because this is my first event. I joined a year ago. This is my first event I've ever done. And I just thought, you know what? I have had the most glorious, wonderful day picking up Scentsy basket parties. I am full. And I said to her, I went over and I hugged her and I said, you know what, have your best show ever. I know it's your first, but have your best show ever. I turned around, walked out, and got in my car and headed to the Dairy Queen and got myself. So, you know, it's one of those things, and I've been doing this for 8 years. I know better, and I told myself that, but I thought, you know, you're not going to beat yourself up. You've had too good of a day to let one little tiny thing like this. Quite honestly, I'm organized for my next little show. So I really don't have to do anything but reload the car and go to the little show. Now, about recruiting.
It's such a great growth mindset, by the way.
You know, I could have chosen to be angry. I could have chosen to stay there. What am I going to prove? That I have more product than she does? I knew that. I knew that I was having a stellar month, one of my best ever, and she needed it. She needed it.
Debbie had over $1,000 basket party. What? In the headquarters of Idaho, where everybody supposedly has Scentsy.
Who did that?
You.
I did?
Yes, you told me you picked up basket parties and you have over $1,000.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did have over $1,000. I thought you said I'd done it at Scentsy headquarters, and I thought, what?
No, you're in the Scentsy headquarters state.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So anyway, I will share with you that I have been trying to sponsor this gal in another part of the state, and she told me that she was going to join in the middle of October. Well, she didn't. She does have 3 children. She has a baby that apparently is sick. She wants to talk, but only through texting. And so I'm not getting too far with her. I'm kind of backing off at this moment. She's not telling me that she has any little family issue. I'm just kind of trying to figure it out through Facebook things. So any suggestions are really appreciated.
On how you could sponsor your gal from another part of the state and you can only text.
Right, that's all she wants to do. I did send her a packet. I said, would you like me to send you some information about joining Scentsy? And she said, oh yes, please do. So when I got back to her and I said, oh, shall we just chat about it and see if this opportunity is going to work for you and how it can? And she said, well, I can only text. So I don't know.
How did you meet her? How do you know her?
Through another person that I met at the fair over a year ago.
Oh, so a referral.
Referral. Yep.
What do you know about her?
Not much.
Where does she live?
I know where she lives. She has 3 children. She's in Hammett.
How far is that from here?
Oh, Debbie, help me out on this. Probably for 40, 50 miles.
You're muted, Debbie.
Sorry. It's over by Glenns Ferry. It's probably about 55, 60 miles. It's a little tiny town. Little tiny town. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I should offer to drive over and meet her face to face.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this business is done remotely nowadays. This business is a social media world, you know. Definitely try to FaceTime her if she has a text, and then she's got to have some. I mean, even with different kinds of phones, you can call them from Facebook. That's my new thing. I love that. So when I talk to my new team members, I don't want to just talk to them. I don't FaceTime them because I don't have an iPhone, but I do the Facebook calling, which is kind of fun. So you definitely try that. The only thing I'm thinking of, because I know that you're at that stage of your Scentsy career where you really figure out how much more can you make this about her. Because I know you. I know that's what you're doing. That's a hard stage to get in, but you're there. So it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just now we want them to join in our time, or now it'd be really nice for my goals kind of thing. So I have a gal that similar situation, just kind of going back and forth, not quite ready. And so I really did want to have her join in September. Wasn't ready, been following up with her a little bit back and forth this month. So I finally just said, hey, why don't you come to our fun tour that we're doing on November 6th? Just come have lunch and just kind of meet some people around here. Just kind of get a feel for Team Stretchy Pants and beyond and have lunch. And if anything, you're going to love the idea that you're going to have a new place to eat breakfast and lunch, and they have a great coffee house. So she's coming to that. And I really didn't think she would, because that's like a 4-hour commitment. And I can't get her for a 20-minute commitment on the phone, you know? But that triggered her. So I don't know if that will help, because when we get people together, it's way more fun. There's just something about that energy that, so it has that value of her being around other people that make her go, oh my gosh, I should do this. This is fun. Or she'll connect with somebody in her own little wheelhouse somehow, you know. And we have more than 20 team members coming to that. So that's going to be so fun.
I did try that.
Sorry, Lori and Tina, don't mean to rub that in.
I did try that with her, and she was going to meet me, and then she found out that I lived in Boise and not Twin Falls. So she was headed to Twin Falls for a doctor appointment with her little. So it just seemed like we were going down the right path, and then all of a sudden the brakes went on. I do know her friend, her good friend, the one that referred her to me, and I thought I might go through her and try to get some information about how I might best approach her, if I should back off for a while, or, you know, they're very good friends, and obviously she would know maybe the key to her door.
Oh.
Bonnie, are you with her on Facebook?
I am friends with her on Facebook.
Do you look at her page at all ever?
No, but that's a good idea, Lori. Thank you.
I mean, if you look at her page, you know, her personal page, you know, she may be put up things that are going on in her life, like, you know, maybe something about her little one that's not doing very well or something like that. Because, you know, yeah, we are social media, and a lot of people do put a lot of stuff out there that, like, asking for prayer warriors and things like that if something's going on, and that may be part of it. But it just strikes me odd that the only communication that she'll have with you is by text, that she can only text. That makes no sense to me, because if you have a telephone, be it an iPhone, a smartphone, it doesn't matter. If you can text, you can call. I mean,
And she's on Facebook.
You know, either that, or if you're on Facebook with her, try Facebook Messenger. It's a little easier than texting to some people. And I know, Danette, you say all the time that you can't text. There's a little button on the bottom of your phone. It's got a microphone. Talk text.
Oh, I try. Believe me, it doesn't listen as fast as I talk yet.
Well, yeah, and I have a problem because I have a southern drawl, and it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I have to read it and go, yeah, that's not what I said at all.
But you have a good point, Lori, how powerful it is for us to look at our prospects' pages, because we'll get so much information, whether it's negative or positive, or if we see those little tiny hints in there that they're looking for something more to do. But you know what made me think, Bonnie? This summer, one of my prospects that I had been following up on, I just kind of thought, well, I know she wants to do it. I have no doubt. She just has this fear reservation. So I was referred to her by another gal named Jessica. So I called Jessica, like what you're saying, and I said, all right, Jessica, I'm going to give you $50 in free Scentsy as soon as you figure out a way to get your friend on board. And she did. It was her. Jessica did all the work. It was great. And I just gave her $50 worth of Scentsy.
I did that. Her friend, the one that gave me the referral, had wanted to order a certain warmer. And I said, you know what? I have that warmer and it's waiting for you as soon as I did basically the same thing. So
okay. All right.
I just allowed to do that?
To revisit. What?
It's a referral gift.
To do that?
It's a referral gift, Lori.
Oh.
What are you asking?
I did not know that we were allowed to entice people in that manner.
It's just a thank you gift is the way I look at it.
It's not, you're not allowed to offer the person who joined a free warmer or to bribe them. If you join, then you get this. But you're darn right, you can have a referral program. And my referral program is, hey, if you refer someone to me and they join, I'm going to give you $50 in free Scentsy. That's what I say to them. And it's not, I don't offer, if I want you to join, I can't say, Lori, if you join my team, I'm going to give you $50. That's bribery, and that's against the code of ethics of the Direct Selling Association.
Right.
But absolutely you want a referral program. In fact, when I first started, my referral program was 3 bars, and then it got to a warmer. And so it's got to be based on your own budget and your own, your own style and your own, what do I want to say? Your own preferences, your own income.
And what you can do and feel comfortable with without going into debt to do it.
Don't go into debt. It's not why we do the business. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and I don't pass flyers out on it.
Oh, no.
No, my boss asked me the other day, because I did the event with him yesterday, and it was for the roofing company that I work for. And of course, we're not going to sell a roof when somebody walks up to the table. And he's sitting there and he's going, you do this every weekend? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. He goes, how do you do this every weekend? I'm like, I love what I do. I said, I love my Scentsy business. And he says to me, he said, you make money doing that. Don't. I'm like, if I didn't make money doing it, I wouldn't do it every weekend. I said, I have to pay for the booth and I have to pay for the products that I have on my table. And it's like when Tina and Stephanie did their event and they're like, well, what should we do and what should we take? And I looked and I told them both, I said, anything that is on your table is for sale because you can replace it and get paid to replace it. I said, so you can replace that, but if it's something that's near and dear to your heart that you don't want to get rid of, like your Stargaze diffuser, yeah, you can show it. Don't sell the one that's on your table because they're limited, but take an order for it. Yeah, but, and he was just so, because he sat there and we were there for 5.5 hours. And he was just like shaking his head going, this is so, how do you do this every week? And I'm like, I love my Scentsy business. And it's not work to me. I said, loading the truck, that's a pain in the ass. I'm not even going to lie. And offloading the truck. But doing the events, I love doing events. And I love the communication that I have with people and the interaction that I have with people. And if they want to buy something, great. If they don't want to buy something, great. At least I've reached out to people. I've made people smile. Because they walk by and they smell the scents and they see the buddies and what have you. And, and like I told you before, if I can make somebody smile, if I can make 3 people smile a day, I'm a happy lady.
I love that. Okay, so just before we go, let's end this. Gosh, it goes by fast, doesn't it? But let's end this before any of you are allowed to sign off. What is one thing that you feel that you are comfortable with because you feel you're kind of good at? It's not being braggadocious, but what is one thing you really feel you're good at with your Scentsy business? And let's go, alphabetical by first name. Bonnie's first. I had to think about that. What's one thing you think you're good about in your Scentsy business?
Well, here's one thing I think I got really good about this week. And that is, I'm telling you, everybody that I see, I am now trying to figure out a way how they can become my Scentsy brother or sister. I mean, it's just kind of like all of a sudden it's dawned on me, this world is full of people that are just dying to get on my team if they only knew it. So, and I just have, my whole vision has just changed this week, and I have just been flying with it. I haven't recruited that girl from Hammett, but everything else is just falling in place. It's just kind of like, oh, I finally get it. After 8 years, I think I'm finally starting to get it.
Yay! That's
What a
so fun.
revelation.
They only knew what they were missing out on being with you. Boy. Okay. Debbie, huh?
A, B, C, D.
I know, I had to sing the alphabet.
Goes A, B, C.
So let's see. So one of the things that I actually think I have done better in the last 2 weeks, getting better. I don't do a lot of home parties. They kind of scare me because I feel like I get there and there's all this activity, and after I leave, I think, oh, dang, I wish I would have said this or would have done this or whatever. And I'm finding that the more I do them, the better I get at it. I spend a lot of time getting organized and prepared for them. But I think I'm getting better to the point where now as I do one, I'm more comfortable, and I'm fine talking to people. I have no problem visiting with strangers that I don't even know. But the part that I find challenging is just trying to figure out how to be thoughtful in how I present the products, and making sure that people understand all of the little bundling opportunities and so on. So.
Ah, so fun. I love hearing that. That's awesome. Yay!
Yay.
Okay. Emily.
I believe I excel in following up. That's really what I've been trying to push for, and trying to get people to know me a little better, and I'm texting them, hey, how's your day going? I remember you like this scent. I have a special on it. That sort of thing. And I keep my eyes open because I don't have a big customer base, so it's really easy for me to keep track of things that people like.
Yeah.
And I am always keeping my eyes open and saying, okay, well, this scent's coming up on special. This one's going away. Can I order this for you? We have a great bar special. Can I get this going for you? Drop it off to you next week, that sort of thing. And it's really been paying off for me. I have a gal who just wants just one type of bar, and she wants it every 2 months on the dot. And so as long as I'm following up with her and talking to her, hey, I'm getting this ordered in, let's meet up next week, and she's there with me. So, and I don't know her. She and I met at the fair, and so it was really nice.
Oh, brilliant. So you also must be providing great customer service. Do you have a set follow-up time, or when do you find that you follow up?
If I don't receive a response within a week, I follow up again. And then if I don't get another response for another week, then I usually do about 2 or 3 week mark, just because I know people can get really busy. But if I do get a response and people are asking, oh, I'm really busy this week, can you contact me next week? Then I just put a reminder in my phone, just, hey, text this person or call this person and just see where they're at. Because I got 2 home parties off of that. So.
Oh, yay.
It was really interesting.
So do you do a power hour follow-up, a day of the week follow-up, or a certain specific time of the day? You know what I mean? Or do you just follow up when you think about it?
Honestly, I plan and schedule to do it on a certain day, but that never happens. And it just happens when I think about it, or when I'm going through my phone and trying to clean up my phone, or maybe taking a picture of my daughter. I'm like, oh, I have to text somebody back,
Yeah.
So it's just whenever I'm on my phone, really.
So when you said you don't have that big a customer base yet, so it's simple for you to follow up right now, if there's one thing that we can encourage you to do is to get the system in place now before you get so big where you go, forget that. I have too many to follow up with. So either set a power hour day, not necessarily, you don't know your time, especially if your schedule's flexible. But I call it a power hour. You can do whatever. You can do 20 minutes a day, 3-4 times, however many follow-ups. It just is going to depend. And if you, like we talked about on the Zoom, if you guys happen to get one of your parties that has canceled or rescheduled, then that is a great opportunity to do some income-generating follow-up in place of that event or what have you that didn't happen. So like a notebook or a folder or index cards. If you do a search on YouTube, Emily, and do Scentsy follow-up, you're going to see some great systems and people that have these folders and notebooks and exactly how it's the coolest thing ever. I wish I would have started then, because this is my follow-up. I have an envelope for prospects. I have an envelope for hosts, and I have an envelope for product, which means that's PRB, people that want me to let them know, da-da-da. And so, and then I just, when I follow up with them, then I date it. These are my door price slips, and then I put it in the back, so I know that they're in order. Can I just tell you, I have so many of these, and these are door price slips. I also have a separate blessing book. I know. So I'm just telling you, I would be so much more efficient if I had a physical file, or if I had a spreadsheet, or, so I encourage you to get that going. And then will you teach us?
Yeah, I did start an Excel sheet on the people, and then I also have notes on the Scentsy contact list in the workstation. So I have.
Good. So you can teach us a follow-up training. Yay!
Sure.
Okay. Lindsay.
I feel that I am good at home parties. I have gained some confidence, and I like to share the product and go out and make those memories with people that I would have never been able to. So I really have been enjoying home parties. I have a hard time remembering that there are such thing as a basket party and Facebook party.
Great.
I'm always pushing home parties. So when it starts to get tough, I have to remember there are those baskets, and I can give that as an option. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, just isn't that fun, Bonnie, to hear her and this transition like a year ago? Just that reservation and just to see how you blossomed, Lindsay. And now, I mean, I'm telling you, people would die to have that mentality of a home party first, because that's how you meet people. That's how you grow your network list. It's 10 times harder, not impossible. It's just way harder to do it through a basket party, because now you're putting yourself in front of all these people, and I don't know anyone who could be possibly more genuine. You're very, very believable. So I think that's lovely, and it's fun to see how you've come to fruition already. So far to go, so far to come, so far that you have come, I mean. I love that. Lori.
Ma'am. Let me see. What am I good at? I'm good at events.
Oh, in what way?
Well, partly because I always reach out to the event coordinator, even if it's, because there's a thing here in our area, it's called Vendor Finder Tampa Bay. And I work a full-time job, so, I can't stalk that page like a stay-at-home mom that sells Scentsy can. But, I'll see events and I'll message them because it's on Facebook, and then I'll send them an email. And I always personalize the email, letting them know, that I would really like to do the event. And especially if it's a charitable event, I really love to do charitable events, because more often than not, when I am doing a charity event, I always have a raffle drawing with a warmer wax or even our body products or whatever. And I always give at least 50% of the raffle back to the charity. And then I oftentimes give another basket to the charity for them to do their silent auction or whatever they're going to do with it. But I love events. Home parties. I love home parties. I wish I could do more home parties. It's just that my time to do home parties right now in my little life is limited, because I can only do home parties on Saturdays or Sundays. And usually on Saturdays or Sundays, I'm doing events. So it's either the day before an event or the day after an event. And the only thing that I ever take out of my truck, when I offload my truck, the only thing I take out of my truck is my wax, my body products, my laundry products, and my room sprays. Other than that, all my warmers, my car bars, my scent circles, those stay in my car all the time. And the other day, I got pulled over by a police officer the other day. Yeah, I did. Because I came out of my road and I was running late for work because my brother had to store some of his stuff in my house. And I pulled up to where the stop sign is, and there was nothing coming in either direction at all. And I just, shoot, went down. And the next thing I know, here goes the blue lights. I'm like, shoot. So I pull over, and he goes, do you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, no. And he said, because you blew through that stop sign. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, I'm late for work. But he said, I've seen you before. And I'm like, I think I've seen you before too. I said, but you haven't pulled me over before. And he said, no, he said, I think I saw you at the bike event. I'm like, yeah, probably. He said, you're that Scentsy lady. I'm like, yeah, I'm that Scentsy lady.
Hooray!
And so he said, I'm just going to give you a warning. And I said, well, I appreciate that so very much. And I said, would you hold on 1 second? And he said, sure. And I said, I'm going to get out of the car. And he said, okay. And I said, well, I don't have my gun with me, so you're okay.
Great that you announced that.
And so I went around to the back of my SUV, and I popped the hatch, and I opened up my bag, and I handed him a scent circle. And he said, what's this for? And I said, because cops get a bad enough rap as it is. And I said, you're just doing your job anytime you're out there. And I said, I would take your job for $1 million a year. No way. And I said, but put this in your car. And I said, that way when you have a drunk in the backseat, you won't have to smell them so bad. And he laughed and he reached over and he gave me a hug and told me to have a good day.
Aw.
Oh, all because you put yourself out there to do events.
Well, yeah, and all because I ran a stop sign. And all because I ran a stop sign.
Yay! So it pays to be the Scentsy lady.
Yeah, well, because he had seen me at a couple events before, and he goes, "You're that Scentsy lady." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm that Scentsy lady." So, I gave him a scent circle, had my card stapled to it, and, but he's got my name and address anyway because he had to run my numbers.
Yes. And then you were a giver on top of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm, like I said, our cops get a bad rap as it is. They really do. And they're just doing their job. And anytime that I can be kind to them, I'm going to be. Because, like I said, I wouldn't take their job for $1 million a year. No.
Yeah.
They deserve all of our love and our appreciation because they're putting their life on the line for us.
Yeah, well, and it's fun because it sounds like you made a big impact. So that's awesome. Because I'm sure he wasn't expecting that.
I'm not, because you're that Scentsy lady. And I'm like, yeah, I'm that Scentsy lady.
Oh, fun. I love that. Good for you.
Yeah.
Tina.
So, event.
Yes, good.
Event.
Natural. Tina,
Yeah.
what about you?
What am I good at? My daughter's over here saying communicating, but
Aww.
only through social media because I'm still pretty timid and shy when it comes to face-to-face, although I've been stretching a little to try to work on that. But me personally, I think it's more, I guess because I am a mom and I nurture people, like I find like talking to people about the business and getting them to join and, what it could do for them and their families and kind of, just nurturing them into, for me, I feel more comfortable doing that side of it. I mean, because I love Scentsy and I love the product. So talking to people about it is easy as far as, the product itself. And, I tell everybody personally, the product sells itself. I don't have to really push it because, I mean, you just walk into the room and smell it and it's already selling itself. So for me, I think I'm better at, like nurturing people and, telling them what it can do for them and their families. And, I mean, I don't have a huge team base or anything, but, yet, exactly. But, I mean, I do have about 5 or 6 girls that I've been working on and, that are, contemplating it. And I just keep reassuring them that, a lot of the girls I talk to are like me, they're single moms. And, I paid my car payment last month with my commission. Can you imagine what that would do for you? What that would do for your child? So for me, I think it's more of a nurturing and being able to just share that part of the company with people.
That's so powerful, Tina, because you're so new and you already have this great gift of painting a picture for people on. Can you imagine? Those are such powerful words, and in a ton of the direct selling network marketing books that you read, they tell us, get your prospects, no matter what you're prospecting for, get them imagining, get them feeling. And when we're doing the presentation strand of the flip-flop, I'm going to walk you through this entire verbiage or language that I've started using at my parties now too. So that is so awesome to hear that you already have that passion to share. I mean, all of you on here, oh my golly. Yeah, I'm going to apologize. I don't mean it to go this long. We're not going to go over an hour ever again, okay? As I don't want you guys to start thinking, oh no, it's an hour and a half, and then I don't want to show up. We don't get very many more, so we'll stick to an hour. But I love having each of you share your 2 cents and pour your heart out to us and keep giving the input. And I'm not going to give you a challenge just for our small group this week, other than just remind yourself what you're good at. Remind yourself of the things that you really do enjoy. And put your investment in that the moment you feel like you're self-defeating yourself, or that second you feel a little bit fixed, a little bothered or annoyed or what have you. That's my challenge to you. Talking game in your head. The moment you have a negative thought about anything in your Scentsy world, one negative thought, you're gonna say, oh, nope, and then immediately say something positive to yourself, because that's the only way you're going to train your brain to be on that growth mindset. And if you haven't already, and if you're up for the challenge, let me know what your stretchy pants goal is for a paycheck this holiday season. I want to know what you think a goal for you would be that you haven't had necessarily before to achieve, and then I'll throw some challenges back at you. Okay? Any last parting thoughts? Okay, then 2 days. 2 days. Try your guts out not to use a life preserver. You can do it. We're here for you. Let's post some ideas on Team Talk. Let's post some ideas on the beach. What are some ways that we can get let's just go for $500 in 2 days. Think big. I mean, think big, grow big. Think small, stay small. Okay? I'll help you too. I'll put some posts out there too, and then we'll go from there. Okay, you guys, stretch on next Sunday and this Wednesday. Okay, night.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Lori, get some water.